Morning everyone, back at the park this morning. Right, day in the life of a stroke survivor. As a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old that decide to kick off in the morning over nothing. The oldest one trying to shove him down the stairs, like outside stairs, so the little one lands on his face. Yeah, but things we have to deal with. The added stress of life, eh? But yeah, this is what it's like as a disabled stroke survivor, partially sighted and all that malarkey with young kids. It can be quite stressful at times, just normal stress of life, which means we struggle just to cope with them. Shall we say the normal stresses? I mean, because my normal buttons are pushed a lot easier. And obviously, like I've said before, with the ADHD and everything, it's just on hyperdrive. See, trying to regulate yourself whilst trying to parent the kids, it gets a bit testing at times. And we have these moments. But they're good kids. They really are. They just have their moments. They're tired, been away with Nan for the weekend or a couple of days. So they were tired. They've not had decent sleep. They've had loads of chocolates, Coke and all this. So all the stuff you shouldn't give them, they've had. So they've been on a sugar high and they've just been buzzing. Obviously they come back, they're all tired. Let them sleep in, but they still have their moments. But slowly we'll get on with it. Right. But yeah, and Sierra's doing her normal wandering free. Yeah. And we got Eli and Sierra over there. Right, wandering around. Bo is somewhere else. Oh, he's over there somewhere. I don't know where he is, but right. Oh no, he's down there. He's having a right stress. Right, 13. His hormones are a little bit through the roof at the moment. So there's the changes that he's going through as a teenager as well. So he's a bit up and down as well, which is a bit of a added issue, a bit of fun. But something else from the stroke that we've suffered that I've had a bit of fun with last night. I have spasms. So on the left hand side, my arm and legs can spasm and do their own thing. And last night my foot was going left and right, like at the ankle, left and right, left and right, left and right, left and right for ages. And I just can't stop it. I know it's happening. But then I also I've like these built like Tourette's who have this urge to tick. That's what my spasm feels like. It's like an urge. I can feel it building up inside. And if I don't release it, I just get more and more tense. And then if I don't release it, all my arm and all that one side just tenses right up. So all my muscles literally tighten up. But apart from that, all good. Yeah. But once that's gone, once that urge has gone and I've released it, I feel so much better. So I have to flick out, I have to do whatever. It does its own thing. Sometimes it curls up and crunches up like that, like gnarls up like a gnarly old arthritis hand. But that's just where my muscles are tightening. And that if I can massage it out, it does work. It does relieve a little bit, but it's just a bit too much sometimes. Just really powerful. It's like all my muscles are tensing all at once. So doing the old Bruce Lee where he used to say, tense your muscles, you'll get stronger. Well, I don't have a choice. They do that. They do that on their own. And if you don't know who Bruce Lee is, go and have a look. Right. Absolutely magical man. Grew up watching him. Right. And a lot of his films. Right. So if you like Kung Fu and whatever, you'll love Bruce. Right. Enter the Dragon and all that. Yeah, some fantastic films. And one of my favourite films was actually done by his son. Right. And it's called The Crow. But unfortunately, like Bruce, Brandon actually passed away as well. Oh look, there's Bo right there, look. Right. Eli's going the shortcut, but looks like I've got to go the shortcut, or they can go up the shortcut and I'll go this way. I'll meet them at the top. I'll meet you at the top, mate. No worries, thanks, mate. No, let him go, that's fine. You go up there with him, look after him this time. There we go. But yeah, the old spasms go. And last night, it was, I can feel the tension, it sort of wells up behind my shoulder blade. You know, I feel my shoulders dropping, but then I feel my elbows tucking in, and I can just feel this tingling sensation building up, and then all my muscles just tightening up, and it even right then takes my breath because I'm thinking about it. My arm's trying to do it now, and it just tightens in like this. Don't know if you, and oh, that's better. Oh, released. Oh, ouch. So yeah, it all tightens up on you, and it just makes it a bit awkward to get normal things done. So just trying to have to be really selective on when I pick things up with my left hand, because I can normally sense when something's going to come, but there is the odd occasion it just comes out of nowhere, a bit like the twist, just something just poof, and it's gone. And I flicked out. I've hit the wife in the face before, not meaning to, just lying in bed, and then all of a sudden I just lashed out at her, and it's not nice because you don't know it's coming. It just lashes out. Next minute you've got your wife who's like, oh, and you're like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. You don't mean to. Just your body's doing its own thing. And the spasms are one of those that for a certain time you can hold on, you can manage through it, but then they sort of get to a point where no matter what you do, you can't manage it. It's just got to let itself go. Right? I think it's all neurological. Like, I think the brain is just neurologically getting to a point, and it builds up, and your body's going, I've got to let it go. And when it does, it's like you feel all the tension release, and you feel better. Right? But obviously, trying to make food when you're having a real spasm day is not fun. Right. Hello, Sierra Bear. Sierra didn't want to go with the boys. You go, oh, I'll come with you, Dad. Right. But yeah, yeah, days where it just, I forgot myself then. I forgot what I was doing. See that stroke brain. Like, you can be halfway through a conversation, you forget what you was doing. And I know, obviously, people with ADHD, autism, you can actually suffer the same things where your brain just switches off and you've lost what it was you were trying to focus on. And prior to the stroke, obviously, I was fine because for 50 odd years I've been dealing with that, and I could cope with it. I'd managed to make systems, and they're not systems you can say what it was that you did, because there was no, when I was a kid, ADHD and autism wasn't known. It wasn't that. Dyslexia was. They knew about dyslexia, which I was diagnosed with, which obviously coincides with ADHD and autism as well. But those things there, after 50 years of not knowing anything about it, it just wells up, and you manage your day, you manage you around the world. You don't fit in with the world fully. You have to manage yourself around it, right? Because the world's not so great for helping anyone that's different. Because if you don't tick a box, you don't follow this policy, you're a problem. You're not, you're just different to them. You look at our educational system, it's the kids who do well, or the ADHD, autistic kids, when they're taken out of the normal mainstream system and they're taught individually to how they learn, they exponentially explode. So far better than what they were in the mainstream schools. Mainstream schools are only good for neurotypical kids. If you're a neurotypical child in life, you'll fit in with the system because that's what it's designed for, neurotypical. But I think autism has been on the rise ever since. This is only my personal opinion, so it's not professional, it's not medical. but I do think it's been on the rise ever since we've been giving children jabs, including myself and all that, all these jabs that we've had. Ever since we've had them, it's strange how all these symptoms come around and how they've changed us. Because I'm sure back in the day, they wouldn't have been so prevalent, right? And our dietary changes. Yeah, how our diet's gone for this mass-produced processed rubbish, which we've lost natural foods, and people have lost their connection with natural foods, right? And because of that, I think it's had a knock-on effect to people's health. We need to get back to educating people in how to cook, what to cook, natural foods, get natural meats, natural products back into our diet, and then from then we might actually see an improvement in less ADHD, less autistic. A carnivore diet might actually make a vast improvement. It's a study that I need to have a look for to see if they've actually done something like that, right? And see how carnivore diet or keto, how they affect the autistic and ADHD, how it affects them, if it has a dramatic difference. But I reckon it probably does, right? Same as like seeing people saying that it's like nicotine in our vegetables, and because there's nicotine in our vegetables, they have a good effect on our body. So it's like our body does need the nicotine in it. There's one doctor saying, and like Mel Gibson, all these others, they're all saying when they've done this or ivermectin, things that the mainstream go, this don't work, this don't work, this don't work, but it's now being proven that it actually does. The studies are now there showing that these little things do help. Go and research it, go and have a look. But nicotine can end lots of things, and you can just get it from tomatoes, white potatoes, all your leafy greens, so all the good things that we're supposed to eat. That's possibly why we should be eating them. It's like apples, man. We're in a country in England where we grow some of the best variety of apples in the world, right? And there was an old saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. That is so true, but it's because of the skin of the apples, how much nutrients and what goodness there is in there, and how big an impact it can have on us, right? So go and have a look, go do the research, have a look at someone called Dr. Simon Mills. I'll always promote him because actually he's got some fantastic ideas, and now understanding how herbs and vegetables have an impact on us human beings can change your children's lives as well. So start getting your kids into this, getting them into the foods, get them to understand where their food comes from, get them to grow their own, get them to understand how to grow their stuff, how to feed themselves, how to cook natural foods, and then they'll see a benefit. Get them outside in the sun, get them outside, out of the computers, get them actually in the sunlight, get that vitamin, right, sun on their skin, because you'll see a difference in the children. They grow better. They have less ailments. They survive longer and harder, and they're more durable. All the time that we allow our children to stay inside, in the shade, in the dark, on a computer, they'll go deficient in something. You know they will. They naturally will. Get outside. Get the natural sun's radiation on your skin. It's there. It's been there for millennia, right? And it's not really affected anyone unless the radiation's really increased too much. This is probably where all these little cities are underground, why they were there, probably for the safety of the people. But hey, that's another subject for a different time. That's nothing to do with stroke survivors. All right, but that's me rambling today. All right, but you have a good day. I've just got to wait for the kids. I don't know where they've got to. All right, I'm at the top, and I don't know what they're doing. They're probably trying to kill each other, knowing them two. Yeah, but literally, I've got the furry one here. Yeah. All right, she's happy down there, but don't know where the boys are. I'll find them at some point, right, and we'll go from there. But take care, guys. Have a good day. All right, my little burgers. Have fun. Ta-da. Bye.